Hey gamers, Maniac here with GameAccess.net, testing a new type of, I don't know what you would call this, it's a Let's Play of the Beyond Two Souls demo. Now, you're probably going to ask yourself, what, I didn't know there was a Beyond Two Souls demo that was out. And you'd be right. I don't think Sony did a very good job of promoting that this demo has been released. I had to dig through 10 different menus on the loading. I had to dig through a whole bunch of different menus on the PlayStation Store to find this thing. And had it not been for a tweet that was posted by the PlayStation official PlayStation account, I never would have known that this was out. I've been really excited for this game. I was a huge fan of Quantic Dream's earlier games, Heavy Rain and Indigo Prophecy, and I went all the way out to the Tribeca Film Festival to play this game. See this game be played a couple of months ago.
Jody? Good.
And I met this guy in the background right here. I think that's Kareem. I think that's him. I'm not totally certain, but I believe the actor who's playing this doctor or scientist here was there. Don't quote me on that, however, but I'm fairly certain he's a famous television actor. And unfortunately, we never got to see his work. But well, for the demo at Tribeca, but he was there and was willing to take Q&A. That was really nice. As you can see here, I'm screwing around a little bit on the room. There's a high level of interactivity with all the things that you have going on here.
That's not the way,
it's a
Jody.
nice bathroom. It's nice to have your own room with your own bathroom too and everything else. For those of you guys who may have played Heavy Rain, this is very similar in controls to that, except that you don't have to do exact swipes with the... we're going to be seeing her getting better with the guitar later on in the game, as we saw in the Tribeca demo. But that was a nice little pick on that. I'm just screwing around here because this is a very short level in the demo. I like that animation, I really did. I don't know if it was done by the same team that did there was an animation or a couple of animations done in Heavy Rain, particularly one you'll notice. I think it was about a bunch of chickens or something being chased by a chef in French or something like that. And it was something that the rich guy Gordy was watching while a party was going on in his mansion in Heavy Rain. It just reminded me of that animation. So it might have been done by the same team, but it's a different video.
All right.
So this is it right here. As you can see from this room particularly, this is a young Jody. I don't know if they de-aged Ellen Page or if they got a separate actor
Come on,
to do
Jody.
her. It looks like Ellen Page, though. It looks like if you took Ellen Page and you de-aged her by 15 or so years, she would look like this, or she would have looked like this. So, I don't know what they would have done.
Hi, Cole.
If I may make one comment, this particular hallway was definitely giving me flashbacks, not to Heavy Rain, but to Indigo Prophecy. There's a scene in Indigo Prophecy that very much parodied Silence of the Lambs. And what happened in it was that you had to go into an insane asylum, and the asylum loses power. And there's a doctor there, or a security guard or something, named Barney of all things, that says, "Oh, don't worry, I'll be watching you," and things like that, which is an obvious Silence of the Lambs reference. This feels exactly very similar to that. However, it could just be because this is a hospital, but to be perfectly honest, we don't really know. It kind of seems like a hospital, but
babysitting detail, huh, Cole?
it just doesn't. But there's just something about it that doesn't feel like a hospital. Maybe it feels more like a military base or a science institute or something like that. I don't know. How that would feel. This right here is just straight out of Ghostbusters. Ladies and gentlemen, the very famous Green Goblin, Willem Dafoe. Gotta say, I loved him in the Boondock Saints. And he's like the co-stars and the male lead of this game. He's got top billing right underneath Ellen Page's.
Okay. We're going to put this on now. Remember? It's just like a crown.
I don't know what the plausibility of this headset would be.
Yeah.
The reason why I don't know what the plausibility of it is because, well, I just don't. If this is supposed to be a flashback,
right next door.
number one, that thing is wireless. It's one piece. This is so Ghostbusters right here. If you look exactly at the cards here, is this something that's normal when it comes to psychiatric evaluations or something
Hey, Jody,
like that?
can you hear me?
Is this something that's normal? Yes, I hit yeses here. Because
okay, let's start.
They did this in Ghostbusters where they had a young guy and a pretty girl both taking a test with Dr.
See if
Venkman.
you can tell us which one she chose.
And the guy was
getting
the cards. By the end of it, he was getting the cards, and Venkman wasn't letting him make it look like he won. And he was making the girl think that she had ESP when in fact she didn't. Maybe that was part of the test, or more likely Venkman just wanted to get laid. But is it just me, or either these cards are basic, psychiatric usage, or are more likely they're just parodying Ghostbusters?
Subject's heartbeat slows
as you can
to
see here, this is me
45
taking
beats per
control of Aiden. The whole idea behind taking control of Aiden is very much like having no clip. For those of you guys who played early PC games and stuff like that, no clip is basically just a way to go through walls, and it is very much like that. It very much felt like having no clip all over again. I haven't seen no clip or used no clip in probably around 10 years since the days of Quake. But yes, the interactivity with Aiden is very, very strong here. In fact, actually, you can make the characters. It's obvious that they, at this point, because I'm screwing around so much, it's obvious that they know that I'm here. And right here, actually, this was something new to me. I didn't know. At first time I played through this, I didn't know I could do this, but obviously Aiden can take control of certain characters. It's specific which characters he can take control of. Maybe like a Jedi mind trick. He can only take control of the weak willed or something like that. Maybe they have to have a certain mental activity or health activity or something like that. As you can see right here, once he snapped out of it, I'm kicked out of his body. So. I don't know what the effect would be. Maybe it's just like a Jedi mind trick. It only works on the weak-willed. You can screw around with these. I chose not to. I was worried it might break something. As you can see here, is it a star? It is a star.
Next card.
Again, possible Ghostbuster reference. They chose the star being first. As you can see here, secondly, again, I don't know why I was screwing around over here. I guess I was just trying to, there was a lot of stuff that you can mess around with in all three of these rooms. You can't go past any of these rooms, but you can certainly take a look at three of these rooms. And square, I think, was like, I don't know, maybe that was a second thing or something like that, but the third, I think, is more obvious.
Next card.
I think Venkman held up a square and the guy said circle, and he got it wrong. But I think that she got a circle next time or something like that. Okay, let's see what she's got here. And this is the obvious one. This is the one that the guy got right in Ghostbusters. This is a couple of wavy lines. So this is the final. This is the final one. This level has been seen before. I've definitely seen it previewed by a few other people. I think this was something that
very good, Jody. Let's try something
they showed
else.
After E3, not during E3. That came later. But I definitely remember seeing footage of this scene in other previews, either video previews or written previews. In fact, actually, I remember that it was tougher. These prompts weren't there on the demo. So there was a little bit of disagreement that I had, how much you would control this sequence. And as you can tell from me, this is me screwing around. Number one, I can't leave this. As you can see here, I try to leave the sequence. I can't. I have to cause more destruction in order to make the scene end. I didn't want to do more damage than I had to, but I think that you have to basically cause a lot of damage to this room in order to get people to notice anything. So at this point, you're free to just basically do all you want. You can't hurt the woman at all. You can't affect her, but you can start destroying everything in the room. And when I first saw this scene previewed, it was not something I was playing interactively. I believed, at least I thought, that the game had taken over and no longer, and Aiden was basically doing this on his own after you found started running him up. That the player wouldn't be able to stop Aiden once he had gotten to this point. But no, I have full control over the sequence. As you can see, I'm choosing what I'm destroying right here, and I'm causing the level of destruction that I am. This is all me. This is not the game taking over. I'm playing this sequence. Again, I really didn't want to because I already played the scene. I didn't want to cause that destruction. I had to, but from the looks of it, I really had to. You really had to and as you can see here, it's causing the stress on everybody. It's causing the stress on everybody.
Jody! It's over, Jody. It's over.
Nathan. I don't know how I would feel if Willem Dafoe was ever to hug me. I might be terrified, actually.
It will never be over.
I did not want to. As you can see, the effect is so strong. It's causing her nose to bleed. So that is the first level in the demo. As I said before, some of those those were included in previews. As we do the loading screen, I just wanted to say a few other things. This scene right here is that guy right here that you're looking at right now. He was also at the Tribeca Film Festival Q&A, and here we can see an older Jody. This scene, I believe, is intended to be more of a tutorial for how these combat sequences happen. The combat sequences in this game are much different than as they were in Heavy Rain. In Heavy Rain, you had to give very specific commands every time, whether it be controller gestures, thumbstick swipes, or specific button pushes. But here, while you still have to do that, the game is a little bit less obvious on how those things are. As you can see here, we are seeing specifically what these scenes are. This is supposed to be Jody learning how to fight in the military. I'm actually pretty proud of myself right here. I'm able to go through this whole sequence. If I had screwed up in this sequence in any way, let's see if I can get through it in one spot. Yeah, I went through it in one go. I believe that man is going to be he's going to be a love interest. Unfortunately, like I said, he was at the Tribeca Q&A. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see a scene with him. I really was hoping to see a scene with him in the game. The level that they chose at the Tribeca, he was not in. So I was really unfortunate about that. But, you know, these things happen. We did see him in the trailer, and you get to talk about his experience, so that was good. This right here is the infamous train sequence. I'm going to talk a little bit. I played through this level multiple times, and I'll try to talk about as many differences that I can. I like trains. I've taken trains across country before, and I kind of like them. I don't know if I like them more than flying. They each have their own strengths and weaknesses. This right here is just so cool. I just love how you can get, you know, of course, Aiden would be like, what do people want to do when, you know, if they're alive, they want to stick their head out the train, they can't. As you can see here, the tether, Aiden is tethered to Jody.
Aiden, stop that!
There are multiple ways that you can aggravate Jody in this sequence. You can either pick up the water. You can't go into the bathroom here. I tried that. The blackness area, as you can see here, is what happens when Aiden tries to go too far away from Jody. You see that they are strongly connected. So this little scene right here is a way to cause just a little bit of mischief. I'm sure there are some people out there that, you know, they like to poke others or bother others, and this is just intended to be like a little bit of a mischievous sequence or something like that. So as you can see here, I'm really just trying to screw around with. One thing I did notice that there are some specific things here that will cause the characters to be affected. However, there are more things. As you can see, I knocked the thing here, but as you can see here, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to knock her luggage, and you could try to knock her luggage, but she doesn't react to that. So there are some things that they will react to. I'm really trying to do that sequence to try to get her to react to that. She just doesn't. It seems like the luggage in some cases you can't like cause a sequence here to go upon themselves. Okay, this right here just feels straight out of Heavy Rain with the rainfall. Like I said, I think this sequence was originally shown during the E3 that this game was announced, which was E3 2012, if I remember correctly. What we got to see from most people at the Sony press conference was a completely different scene in this game. But based upon some of the previews that I've seen, I do believe that this sequence was shown at E3 as a live demo.
Look like it's
I remember
everything.
reading a lot of previews about this post E3, so I thought this was kind of interesting. If you'll notice here, the dog is able to see Aiden. It's kind of
Pretty
interesting.
important to make such a fuss. Game from the top.
There is a way to
Iceberg.
make this sequence end.
Should
I'm
CIA
just
on
kind
the
of
run.
screwing around together. I thought this conversation that
Want it
these
for
guys
treason?
are having was kind
least
of
that's what
important,
I
and I
heard.
wanted to make sure that you guys saw this.
Biggest manhunt I ever seen. She ain't gonna get very far.
We'll see about that.
Looks like Cole's coming back. Fucking freezing.
I'm gonna go further away and try to get back to her. There she is. One thing that the way to end this sequence basically is okay, as you can see, the train is pulling away. There are some police that are on the train right now.
Evening.
Okay, what you
Routine
want to
check.
do in this sequence
Can I
is
see your
let's
IDs,
if I can
please?
wake her up.
ID?
Aiden! Look, I told you that... Crap.
Now, I've tried. I figured that maybe I could get a control of Aiden to try to distract them or something like that. Throughout the whole level, I was trying to... I thought the beginning part of that was to learn, but I can't leave Jodie here. And there's only
your
one thing
trip,
that I can make Jodie do. I cannot control her. I'm sorry, I cannot... what I would have liked to have done through this level would be to take control of Aiden and try to distract them before they can get to her. But really the only
ID?
option is to get her to stand up.
Man.
And I'm
turn
sure
your
that if
seat,
you had
please.
it stay, that they would have kept her in the
Shit! That's her!
crap. They know
That's
it's
her!
Let's see if I can get through this scene without screwing anything up. The first time I saw these slowdown sequences is, like I said, was at the Tribeca Film Festival. Just simply watching this scene, you cannot really tell that this is something that certain sequences aren't playable, or what sequences are playable, but I'm playing all of this. I am moving over that. It's up for that command, in case you guys are... to get over that, you have to hit up. That's a controller that... I gotta admit, I did like the motion control. I thought the motion control worked really well for this.
Hey, you crazy!
You can go through those windows on the left, as you can see here, but the other way is going through the bathroom. From what we can tell, this girl was trained by the owner on how to fight. Don't know if the combat slowdowns are either Aiden's influence or just training, or maybe just both. Maybe Aiden is able to slow down her reaction time, or slow down some of her reaction time to improve.
Help me, Aiden!
Get out of here. You're climbing a train with heavy rain going top speed. I think the top speed of the train is probably around 70 miles an hour or so, depending on what kind of train it is. Let's say, hypothetically, this train is going 70 miles an hour. It's raining. That surface is slick. I don't care what kind of shoes you're wearing. I am surprised. The train is moving. The train is jostling around. How is she staying on this thing without either one being blown over or two slipping and falling to her death? So not only is she able to keep her feet on the top of this train, but she's also able to fight on top of this train against them. So are the police officers. I have no idea how she's able. I don't. I have no idea how she's able to do this. The best way to determine, I know I kind of got through the training sequence for players, so I'll try to take a look really closely at the even if you're blocking, what you always want to do is you want to block towards the enemy and attack towards the enemy. It's the best way to determine it. Whichever way the screen is oriented is usually the way, usually the attack towards the enemy. Maybe it's better just to watch how much it goes. But when I see an effect or something like that, where I see it someone sort of punching me, what my usual instinct is to move in and get down.
We need backup! She's getting away!
Yeah, the protection, usual protection command is L1 and then both thumbsticks towards each other. Same effect. Trust me, you're going to have to remember that for later. Seriously, I thought the demo was going to end here. Actually, it doesn't. It just keeps going. Let's see. Let's see how far this thing will go, shall we? Kind of hoping for a run button. There's no run button. Running is automatic depending upon the scene. I'm trying to like run here and I can't.
I know. We gotta get out of here before they come back.
One thing that I noticed, it's probably a little bit lighter given the capture source, but it is pretty dark. And while it's intended to be dark, you're in a dark forest. There's not much light going through the trees in the moon. But
Go around the other side!
yeah, we want to stay away from them. Language.
Watch your footing, it's fucking slippery!
The game, okay. Yeah, I could go over that wall. You know, at the very least, though, this at least makes her smarter than the guy from Silent Hill Downpour who could simply jump over a log. Jody Holmes can jump over logs and duck under them. How much do you think Silent Hill Downpour would have happened if the main character could actually jump over an overturned log? Okay, for those of you guys who may remember the Maniac Prophecy, there were a few sequences we had in a very specific way, and it was very unfamiliar. It was really and this is a very forgiving. This is I still haven't quite figured out how I'm supposed to time it quickly, but you know, the problem is I don't know what the best thing is. Have a regular pulse or I have no idea how I'm supposed to do that. Stay away from the lights. Let's get away from the lights. Lights up. Okay, going in a different direction. This scene reminds me very much of the beginning of the third act. Actually, you're just trying to get through the woods before the police. You have no weapon. You have no way to defend yourself. So you're just trying to run. Okay, these right here, if you're a member of PETA, just look away right now. These are German Shepherds. These are typical police dogs. I actually learned a lot about police dogs when I was in school. A few little things that you may or may not know about police dogs. One, they are specifically trained by for a particular thing. They are not interchangeable police dogs. Specifically, a police dog will be trained only to respond to commands of those who are trained to protect. In most cases, they're not trained in English. They're trained usually in German commands because they don't want somebody else giving alternate commands to the dog. The dog also doesn't respect the uniform. The uniform is not something that a police dog is usually, responsive. Not like doing that. But But let's say, for example, if a police officer who's trained the dog commands the dog to attack another police officer, the dog will, or to adopt an aggressive stance against that police officer, he will. The dog is only trained to recognize the person that trained him, and if another cop doesn't have the ability in the dog's mind or in the dog's training to overtake that training. So I thought that was kind of interesting. The dog doesn't respect the uniform, or isn't trained to respect the uniform. Okay, this part you'll do a lot of climbing in heavy rain. You'll probably notice it. Like I said, this is much more forgiving. However, there is one sequence I didn't even know that it was supposed to be forgiving or unforgiving, which I'll specifically point out later. It was a one-shot go. If you messed it up,
she'd never be able to make it up there.
It wouldn't be game over, but it would be. It would definitely detract.
Shit! You must have missed her. Travis!
My whole intention here is to get as far as I could. And honestly, demos nowadays are only about 15 minutes long, and we're going at about 25 minutes right now. I was grateful for every minute because I've been looking forward to this game for months now, probably since it was announced, and probably even longer than that, probably since Heavy Rain came out. So I was really looking, I'm really grateful for every minute that they put in this demo of actual gameplay. Oh, we got some cops here. Let's see if we can take a look.
Go for it, Aiden.
Okay, we got a few options here.
Ah, damn rain. Look like it's ever gonna.
Heavy rain is awesome. Actually, I live in Connecticut. All it does is rain here. Probably rains here more than it rains in Seattle.
Motorbike.
Ooh,
Just what I need.
Jedi mind trick. Kind of look like the T-1000 with the helmet. Let's see what we can do here. When you get control of somebody from Iden, I don't know, I just kind of remember very much of like Indigo Prophecy. So I went to this door here. I'll go in the back there. It's locked. There's a gun back there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to scare him with the car. Remember when playing Heavy Rain, it required very specific commands to get a car running. Here all you gotta do is just right here. It's so much easier. It doesn't matter which direction I go as long as it's moving in some way. Oh!
Where are you going, Mike? Hey! What the fuck are you doing?
No. Come on, Jody, let's go. Come on. Let's go.
You out of your fucking mind? Jesus Christ!
Get on the bike.
Jesus, Mike!
Let's start. We know how to ride a motorcycle? I have no idea. We have no how to ride a motorcycle. I have no idea at all if we know how to ride a motorcycle. Okay, I have control here. I have full control over here. I can turn it. I can accelerate. There's no brake. Okay, I need a brake. I had no idea that there'd be radar, there would be any type of rail shooter segments or something like that. I have no idea whatsoever. I'm really happy about that. How did they find me? Checking the whole area with the bike. Should've found me. I can turn my headlights on and off.
Hold your position!
No choice. We're going straight through. Are you ready, Aiden?
Dude, yeah, hell yeah, let's do this.
Let's go. I need you now.
This spot right here is the key of position. You have to remember which way you're going. The game doesn't tell you. You have to remember L1. That's how you get through this. Mess it up.
I said, hold your fire!
This is Roadblock Tango. We missed her. I repeat, we missed her. She's headed for Bakertown.
Okay, this feels very much like Heavy Rain. This little scene, I don't know why, but something about this area reminds me very much of like the Motel. Very much more similar architecture. I haven't been able to clock this exactly, but the performance of this guy is fantastic. I don't know if that's 60 frames. It sure feels like 60 frames. I intentionally captured this at 60 frames, 720. I think that's the highest this game will go. It does not support 1080p.
In position!
You're surrounded. Come out with your hands up and you will not be harmed.
Yeah,
They're looking for trouble. That's what they're gonna
they
get.
were shooting at her, they were trying to kill her. It's like somebody tells me that.
Take care of them, Aiden.
Come out here, BS. Total BS. I don't believe that for a second. Save. Okay. This guy's weak. Okay. Okay, no, he's not weak though. Aiden just killed someone. Wow. Okay, Aiden just killed that guy. Maybe he's got a bad heart. I don't know. This level was also at E3 last year. Oh, it's probably pull a giant mind trick possession on him. Let's go driving, boys. Don't mind me.
I don't get it! It's fucked up!
Let's see that ends up on World's Wildest Police videos. Oop. There we go. Let's see if I can possess him. You want to see treason?
We need an ambulance! Call a fucking ambulance!
Now they said Jody was being
What the fuck are we supposed to
investigated for
do?
treason. However, they don't get any more season than that. And honestly, wow.
He's dead! Fucking freak! It's not gonna get me.
Originally, when I took control of this guy, once again, it did a shooting center. But what this did instead was it threw this grenade. It was not something that was I don't know if that's something new to this particular level or if it's
What the fuck is she doing?
It's not gonna get me.
I have been able to play the driver a few times, so that's a big difference.
Get in! Open the door!
Can't make out what that thing is saying. Go in there, Jody. Let's see if I can play with these cars here. Seems like I can use these cars and destroy them, but it only seems to be you can see it doesn't really hurt them that much. Especially the guys with the riot shields. The guys with the riot shields are really vulnerable.
Do something! Take cover!
These cars isn't really helping that much. It's not really doing that much damage to them. numbers as much as I can. Okay, Jody's got it. Bend it, but these guys are doing. Oh, what have we got here? See if I can bring down this helicopter. This is probably exactly what would happen if I really actually, got in a helicopter and started flying it. Because I don't know how to fly a helicopter. Don't ever let me fly a helicopter. Because I don't know what I'm doing. I think this is the reason why I'm afraid Bruce Dickinson when he's in the air. You know, the guy from Iron Maiden, Bruce Dickinson, actually has a pilot's license and usually does fly the tour plane. I always love this sequence right here. It's been in all the trailers.
Tell them to leave me the fuck alone, because next time I'll kill everyone.
Tell him, Jody.
Come on, Ivan. I think they get the message.
Oh, yes. Okay, here's my little reference to Clue. As I said before, there was one sequence right here that was unforgiving, and when I was trying to do this level for recording, I already played through the level twice for practice before I started doing it. When I started recording, I ended up screwing up on this particular sequence, and I hadn't been doing badly up to that point. And
we're going straight through.
I was like shocked that I could actually blow this scene, and I was really looking forward to showing the previous scene, which is what I.
Let's go.
As you can see here, I blew specifically, couldn't get protected. There was something that happened where I couldn't keep the protection going. Actually, I did get the protection up. I'm surprised about that. No, but I lost the protection, and they knocked me off. I don't know how I blew that scene, and I tried it again, and I tried recording it again, and there was an outtake, which I'm not posting, where I completely screwed it. And I thought, okay, this is different. This is a different scene. As far as I know, my guess is that this scene must play out if she's captured under any circumstances, whether it be at the very end or earlier in the level. This is my guess what might happen. So the reason why I'm showing this sequence is because
We gotta get out of here.
You sure she's not gonna wake up?
I gave her a shot that would knock out an elephant.
this guy.
Did you see what happened out there? I mean, what the fuck? Think she's some kind of mutant?
I don't know.
That's not nice to talk to people.
You just don't want to be there when she wakes up.
Battery suspect is at 318 East 3rd Street. Is that really?
Okay, I got control now. Where will this do the most damage? Gotta go for the driver. It worked. And once again, she has a moment, but under different
Tell them to leave me
terms.
the fuck alone. Because next
After
time,
this sequence in the demo, it
everyone.
ruins the trailer. I've cut the trailer out because last time I included a trailer with a Let's Play, somebody claimed that didn't actually. I guess somebody claimed ownership of it, and I don't want that to happen here. So just imagine the Tribeca trailer will air after this. Take care.